Good morning, everyone. Hope you and your loved ones are doing well. I would have loved to be there with all of you today in person, but due to some business engagements, I'm unable to make it there, and hence I'm going with the next best option. Before I start, I would like to congratulate the team at Images Group for putting together the 6th edition of the Internet Commerce Summit together. A lot of you in the room might not know this, but I actually grew up in a small town called Jamshedpur. And I still remember when I was studying for my IT entrance exams, this is in the late 80s by the way, I remember I would walk into a particular bookstore on the main road in Jamshedpur, and the shop owner had a sign outside which said, for these kind of books you have to order 7-8 days in advance, you have to pay in cash, and there was no return or refund possible. And why did he do that? He did that because once I paid him, once I gave him the orders, he would then pass on the orders to Calcutta, and then the books would get shipped from Calcutta, and therefore the whole process would take 7 to 8 days. And I still remember there used to be so much anxiety because once in a while the supply for those books would not be there in Calcutta also, and then the same shopkeeper would turn to Delhi, Nai Sarak, where all the books get sold. Fast forward today. Today, anyone in any part of this country, including Jamshedpur, gets access to millions and millions of products at the click of a button. Not only do they have access to it, they can get that delivered to their doorstep, in most places in a day or two. And of course, they have the convenience of no questions asked returns and refunds. And that, according to me, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of technology and e-commerce. So what is driving this transition towards a digital economy? The internet penetration in India is now nearing 50% with over 650 million users. As per a recent McKinsey report, India is the second fastest digital adopter among 17 major digital economies in the world. There are more than 85 crore smartphone users and over 450 million people on social media. These platforms are creating unique opportunities for users to experience a variety of products and services. Over 260 million digital payment transactions are being processed every day in the country. Each of these components is a powerful enabler of digitization, but together they drive exponential change in the country. Mobile telephony and internet are rapidly bridging the digital divide in India. Customers today have access to the same products and services thanks to e-commerce in every part of the country. It's interesting to note that NASSCOM, in one of its recent reports, it expects the Indian e-commerce industry to record about $80 billion of revenue this financial year, and expects it to grow to $350 billion by 2030. Today, more and more customers are shopping online, digital payments are on the rise, businesses have become far more digital, and even the local store next to your home, they are also transforming themselves into digital dukans. Let me share another interesting anecdote with you. Last year, we opened the first Amazon Digital Kendra in Surat, that's in Gujarat. These Kendras, they help small businesses kickstart their journey as digital entrepreneurs. During a recent visit to that center, I had a long conversation with Mr. Kishore Patel, who has a garment store for over 3 decades, is the second generation running the garment store. And a few months ago, he started selling online. So Mr. Patel and I discussed a lot of things, his business, the impact of pandemic, and of course the role of technology in our lives. At the end, he told me something that I still clearly remember. He said, Manish bhai, ab technology optional nahi hai, compulsory hai. This spirit to adapt, reinvent, and reimagine themselves resonates in lakhs of entrepreneurs and small business owners like Mr. Patel. They are taking the leap to expand their businesses and accelerate the Indian economy by bridging the boundaries between online and offline. E-commerce is still at a very nascent stage in India. It's barely 3 to 4% of the total retail consumption. But this sector is already ushering in a lot of innovation in digitization of businesses, making your kirana shops future ready, enabling exports, and creating jobs in the economy. It's playing a very, very vital role in spurring the D2C revolution in India and also for boosting exports from the country. Today, there are so many digital-first brands which are doing extremely well on Amazon. And it's not just in India, but actually globally. Brands like Vadam Tea, Wow Skincare, Jack in the Box, Soulflower, Skillmatics, and thousands of others have already been able to establish themselves not only in India, but also in global markets. Vadam was in fact one of the first Indian companies to come on Amazon's global selling program. And I was really happy when I read that they have made their way to the highly coveted 2022 Oscars goodie bag. They were also, by the way, in Oprah's favorite things, the list in 2018 and 2019. Entrepreneurs like Vadam and thousands of others exported made in India products worth over $5 billion to customers across the world through Amazon. So what's next? I strongly believe that the future of retail consumption will be offline plus online. There are so many studies that indicate the incremental growth of this sector will be driven by an omni-channel. And it is because that's what customers want. For us, it will be critical to focus on the customer experience and how we deliver that experience. Remember one thing, that customers, no matter where they are, want access to the same level of experience. And we need to build that for them. We need to build for the diversity and for the richness of India. We have to focus, all of us, on simplifying the customer experience at every stage of their life cycle. We say this at Amazon, that we should not just build great products and services, but build great products and services that make a positive difference in the lives of all our customers in India. As we look forward to the next decade, digitization and e-commerce will bring in a wave of innovation across the ecosystem. Technologies like AI, machine learning, and cloud will redefine customer experiences and also usher in the next phase of growth in the retail sector. Shopping experiences itself will become highly personalized to address specific customer preferences, limitations, be it something as common as language diversity, digital fluency, or internet speeds. Digital payments will continue to witness much higher adoption. The online-offline model will truly reinvent the buying and selling experience for all of us in the country. We should expect the pace of change to only accelerate, with far more innovations ahead of us than what we have seen so far. We are super excited to be a long-term partner for India's growth and remain committed to our pledges of digitizing 10 million small businesses, enabling $20 billion of cumulative exports, and creating 2 million jobs by 2025. These are the pledges which all of us live for in Amazon India. At 75, India, the world's largest democracy, is amongst the most rapidly growing economies in the world. We have firmly established ourselves as a land of innovators, entrepreneurs, manufacturers, and service providers. As we look at the journey of India becoming a 5 trillion economy, I believe we need to focus on these three broad areas. First, we need to double down on our manufacturing and technology and continue to build for customers in India and the world. Second, we need to think digital first to make millions of MSMEs, local stores, and startups future ready. We need to create ecosystems that will enable innovation across the value chain. And third, and very importantly, we need to build sustainable and responsible businesses for tomorrow. Customers in India and across the world are becoming more conscious, and as an industry, we need to take the lead on sustainability. India has a unique and rare opportunity today to use e-commerce as an important social and economic lever that unleashes its potential in the 21st century. And all of us sitting here today in this room have a chance not only to witness this revolution, but also to play a very, very active role in it. Once again, thank you so much for giving me this chance to speak to all of you, and I'm sure we're going to have a great conference and come out really, really energized for the future. Thank you so much.